Hello, boys and girls around the world. My name is Mrs. B, and I'm a teacher in the United States. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for a very special read aloud. But before we begin, I have a special hello song just for you. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Hello, boys and girls around the world. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here to read and learn. We know we'll have some fun today. We love school every day, and so will you. I know, don't quit my day job. Mrs. B is a lousy singer, but she wanted to so share with you a special song. The book that I've chosen today for our read aloud is called Creak. SaidtheBed. And boys and girls, the word creak is an onomatopoeia word. It's a word that suggests sound that it describes. So in other words, it's a sound word. And this book is filled with them. And Mrs. B is going to also give some poems to you that you can practice at home with your family. And you can try to guess what the onomatopoeia words are. Boys and girls, the person that wrote this book is called Phyllis Root. She is the author of this book, and the person that drew these beautiful pictures in this book is called an illustrator. Her name is Reagan Dunnick. This is called the front or the cover of the book. If we turn it around, this is called the back of the book. If we flip over to the front cover and we look at the title and the picture, what do you think that this story is going to be about? Yes, it's about a family. They're all snuggled in their bed at night, and something maybe is going to happen because of the word creak. So something maybe scary. So boys and girls, it's a bedtime story. Before we begin, I have some poems for you that have words that are onomatopoeia. The first one is called Mom and Dad Are Home. Slam, slam, go the car doors. Jangle, jangle, go the house keys. Jingle, jingle, go the keys in the door. Squeak goes the front door. Thump, thump, that is me running down the stairs. Guess what? Mom and Dad are home. Boys and girls, what are some of the onomatopoeia words in this poem? Slam, jangle, jingle, squeak, and thump. Good job, boys and girls. I want you to print some children's poems that have many onomatopoeia words so that you can practice them at home as well. That'll be your first activity. And then at the very end, I have another activity for you to work on in your home. The next one is called the game. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, swish, swish. This is the way we get through our games. The crowd shouts, Yahoo! The ball soars through the air, then bounce, bounce, bounce. The audience holds its breath. Swish. The ball goes in. We win. What are the onomatopoeia words in this poem? Clap, stomp, swish. Yahoo! And swish again. Good job, boys and girls. I have another one, and this is the last one. It's called camping. Who's gone camping ever in their life? It's fun to stay in a cabin. I don't know, I haven't been too particular about staying in a tent. I always like to stay in a cabin, so I feel like I'm still at home. But it's probably fun to stay in a tent too. Crack, crack. The fire crackles under the stars. Sizzle, sizzle. The water sizzles above the fire. Crunch, crunch. The campers crunching on potato chips. Click, clack, click, clack. The tent poles clicking and clacking together. Rustle, rustle. As we prepare our sleeping bags to go to sleep. Chirp, chirp. The crickets say good night. What are the onomatopoeia words in this poem? Crack, sizzle, crunch, click, clack, rustle, and chirp. Good job, boys and girls. And also, before Mrs. B starts reading the story, she has some punctuation marks she wants to go over with you. You will see this not only in this story, but other stories that you are read to or that you read on your own, boys and girls. The first punctuation mark is called a period. A period means to stop when you're reading, but Mrs. B has learned to tell boys and girls to pause, because some boys and girls, when they're young, they don't know when to continue reading. They just stop and that's it. So I like to say pause for a period. The next mark is comma. This does mean to pause. And this brings together two or more thoughts, and it's also used when you are trying to make a list. The next one is a question mark. A question mark is placed at the end of a sentence when you need an answer to something. So you are asking something, and you don't know what the answer to it is. The next mark is quotation marks. When somebody is talking, we place these marks around what they're saying. So when they start talking, we put the beginning quotation marks. When they stop talking, we put the end quotation marks. And the end quotation marks go when? Before or after the punctuation mark. It's first the punctuation mark and then the end quotation marks go on the outside. The last mark is an exclamation mark. We use this to show great emotion, or when we're giving a command like sit down. Boys and girls, are you ready for Mrs. B to read the story? Well, let's begin. Creak said the bed. Boys and girls, when Mrs. B reads, does she read left to right or right to left? I read left to right, and then I go to the next line and read left to right. Good job. One dark night, in the middle of the night, Mama and Papa were snoozing in bed, and then squeak went the door. Boys and girls, what is the onomatopoeia word on this page? Squeak. Good job. You were paying attention. And Evie said, I'm scared in my room. Can I come in with you? Papa said, snore. And Mama said, sure. There's plenty of room for Evie in the bed. So Evie bounced in. Creak, said the bed. Boys and girls, right here it says, can I come in with you? This is an asking sentence or an asking statement. So what punctuation mark is this? A question mark. Good job, boys and girls. And what is the onomatopoeia word on this page? Creak. That same night, that dark, cold night, Mama and Papa and Evie were snoozing in bed. Squeak went the door, and Ivy said, I'm freezing in my bed. Can I come in with you? Papa said, snark, and Mama said, sure. There's plenty of room for Ivy in the bed. So Ivy plopped in. Creak, said the bed. Boys and girls, where is the story taking place mostly? Is it inside of a house or outside? The story takes place inside of a home. Good job. And who are the characters in this story? It's Mama, Papa, and there is Evie and Ivy so far. Let's see if there are any other characters. There's going to be one more character, another child. That same night, that dark, cold winter night, Mama and Papa and Evie and Ivy were snoozing in bed. Squeak went the door, and Mo said, it's spooky in my room. Can I come in with you? Papa said, snurkle, and Mama said, sure. There's plenty of room for Mo in the bed. So Mo squeezed in. Creak, said the bed. So boys and girls, who are all the characters in this story? We have Mama, Papa, Evie, Ivy, and Mo. But we still don't know what that sound is. What do you think it is, boys and girls? Let's make a prediction. A prediction is when you guess what's going to happen next in the story. And it's okay to be wrong sometimes, because you're guessing. That same night, that dark, cold, windy, rainy night, Mama and Papa, Evie and Ivy and Mo were all snoozing in bed. There they are sleeping. Boom went the thunder. Uh-oh, look at that thunder right there. Thunder and lightning and rain. Squeak went the door. Clickety clackety click clack. A lot of onomatopoeia words on this page, boys and girls. Woof, said Fred. Oh, who is Fred, boys and girls? Who says woof, woof? Woof, woof is a dog. Fred is the family dog. Up Papa popped. Papa cried, "Stop! There's no more room for Fred in the bed." So we have another character. And a character doesn't have to be a person, boys and girls. It could be an animal. But Fred leaped in and crack, said the bed. Uh-oh. The bed split right down the middle with all those people in that bed and then Fred jumping in. Boys and girls, what is this punctuation mark? Comma means to what? Pause. Snuff, said Fred. Mama and Evie and Ivy and Mo said snore. Papa scratched his head and Papa said, "Guess there's plenty of room for us all in the bed." Even though it's cracked, they're still in the bed together. One dark night, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the bed, in the middle of the floor, Papa said, "Good night." Creak, said the floor. Oh, now look at the floor. Creak, 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 creak. So it was the floor making all that noise. The end. Boys and girls, what did you think of this story? Creak said the bed. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you did not like it, thumbs down. Mrs. B liked it a lot. That's why I shared this book today, with you today for our very special read aloud. Now I have a very special activity I would like you to do with your family at home. I want you to create your own bedtime story. So I want you to get several pieces of paper and I want you to fold them all to make a book. And you're going to call it Creak, said the bed. Or you can make it another title if you want, like My Bedtime Story. And then you're going to put your name on it. And boys and girls, how do you get ready for bed? Do you brush your teeth? Do you take a bath? Do you then put your pajamas on? Does somebody read you a bedtime story? And then, how does everybody else get ready for bed? I want you to draw pictures. So one picture on one side and then another picture on another side. And then below it, I want you to write something describing that picture. And that is called a caption. So you're going to have your very own bedtime story booklet. And when you're done, I want you to share it with your family. I want you to read it to them or describe what your pictures are. And if you go to school, I would like you to share it with your teacher and your classmates. How cool is that? And boys and girls, I have a special treat for you. Somebody is visiting me here in my office, and this is also my mini classroom in my home. Oh, I wonder who it could be. It's Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Thanks so much for joining Mrs. B and all the boys and girls around the world. Would you like to say something to them? Oh, he said he would like to say goodbye to you. And so will Mrs. B. Boys and girls, I want to thank you so much for joining me today for a very special read aloud. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.